Good evening, everyone. We are officially live tonight for AEW's Dynamite's 420. Happy 420 to everybody out there. If no, I did not smoke any joint with Snoop D-O-double-D today, but still, pretty good day today though. But anyways, despite all that, like I said, man, tonight was AEW's Dynamite, and obviously right away, let's not waste any time. The very big announcement, as you see, man, AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling, June 26th, I believe it is, or the hold on, let me check it out. But AEW and New Japan are officially having their big super show. This is something that many fans have been waiting on. This will be taking place June 26th at the United Center, same place where AEW hosted the infamous first dance with the AEW debut slash return to professional wrestling in CM Punk. So they're going back to the United Center once again, but this time for AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling. I will give you guys my whole thoughts as we get into this review. If this is your first time here, man, make sure you like, bro. We got to like the video. Make sure you like the video, man. Make sure you click that sub count, man. Let's get this channel up and running, man. And also share this video, man. Share this live stream to everybody. And with that being said, let's get into AEW Dynamite because a lot of solid show. Actually, pretty good show. Pretty good show. But we did kick things off with CM Punk and Dustin Rhodes going at it. This was another match that a lot of fans have been calling a dream match in some sorts. Not just freaking the commentators, but everybody. Everybody around the world was like, this is the dream match. Like, this is the dream match. The kid DC Wrestling is live, and all the information you told me already done subscribe and like, but not know how to share. Sorry. Hey, that is okay, my brother. That is okay. As long as you're here, man, that's good, man. So I appreciate everybody being in the live stream. But yeah, we kicked things off with CM Punk and Dustin Rhodes going at it. And like I said, a lot of people said this was a dream match in some sort. Obviously, Dustin Rhodes in his eyes as well. Me personally, this was a solid match. It wasn't a bad match. Dustin and Punk, went at it here. Solid opener. Obviously, you want to start off things right. So I think this was a good way to kick things off with Punk and Dustin. Obviously, a match, like I said, a lot of people, never thought they'd see, but now they've gotten a lot of respect in this match as well. I think even at one point, Dustin was getting like more cheered than Punk was. So that goes to show you how over Dustin is. My only problem with this match, and this is kind of a small nitpick, I didn't like how Dustin was hitting the crossroads, and then he hit the pile driver on Punk, and then 1-2, Punk kicks out. I feel like with a devastating, maneuver like the pile driver and even the crossroads, like, you just kick out of that. You know what I mean? Like, but despite that, Punk hits the GTS on Dustin. Actually, he hooks the legs, catches Dustin with the pinfall. And like I said before, man, mutual respect between the both men. CM Punk and Dustin Rhodes shaking hands before the match. Well, yeah, after the match. But, and you see this in the thumbnail as well, as CM Punk is making his way to the ring, a certain cowboy appears because Hangman Adam Page comes out to the ring and the two men stare down each other. So obviously, it's at this point, there's really no debating. There's no debacle. There's no argument. This is pretty much what most likely the main event of not just the pay-per-view, but AEW W. Nothing's going to look like, and that is, of course, CM Punk versus Hangman Page. It's cool. Who knows? Anything could happen in this match. We might see a certain heel turn. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, it seems like they're really going here with CM Punk and Hangman Page here, which I don't mind. I don't mind. I think if Hangman especially goes over, that will do wonders for him. Forbidden Door is a sick idea, and people have dreamed about AEW versus New Japan pay-per-view for a while now. Absolutely, man. Since even before, like, you got to think, before New Japan and AEW, even came together with this working relationship, everybody was like, bro, can you imagine if AEW and New Japan did this super show? Oh my god, bro, the dream matches are endless. Like, oh my gosh. So like before the working relationship even became, existent, everybody was talking about how AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling, even throw Ring of Honor into the mix. Hell, throw Impact Wrestling into the mix. Even though we saw how that relationship with AEW worked out, you got yourself a super show. DC Wrestling, when Tony Khan said, I want the New Japan president to come out for a second, I thought he was buying New Japan Pro Wrestling. Yeah, I thought we were gonna get something like that, but we didn't. The New Japan Pro Wrestling president, man, look clean tonight. Look clean, more cleaner than Tony Khan did. I never thought Dan Lambert would be a babyface. That's how hated Sammy Guevara is. AEW had to turn Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page babyfaces too. We will get to that. MJF will beat Wardlow at Double or Nothing by cheating. Then will beat Hangman Page to win the AEW World Championship. Then Wardlow will take the title off MJF next year. That is a very, very bold prediction, C Nation Dog, into the future. But we will see what happens. Next, we have a 6-man tag team match player. We had the Blackpool Combat Club taking on Brock Anderson, Dante Martin, and Lee Moriarty. This Blackpool Combat Club, man, they're just picking up wins. Last week on AEW Rampage, ending the undefeated streak that was, Austin Gunn and his crew. Well, Billy Gunn and his family. They beat Brock Anderson, who looks just as older than Arn Anderson, Dante Martin, and Lee Moriarty. This was kind of a predictable, but this was a pretty solid 6-man tag team match player. The Blackpool Combat Club, they're looking crazy, man. They're looking crazy. Most definitely. So here we go. The big Tony Khan announcement. The Tony Khan 1000 announcement. Tony Khan brings out the president of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Let me see if I can get his name here. Yeah, I can't hardly pronounce his name, but that is okay because, well, before Tony Khan even gets to the announcement, like Tony Khan can't even make his own announcement because Adam Cole shows up, and it's like, listen, this is it. June 26th, Chicago, Illinois, AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling presents Forbidden Door. You're going to have the biggest stars of New Japan. You're going to have the biggest stars of All Elite Wrestling coming together, putting on this big show. So, yeah, this is something that many fans have been wanting to see, AEW fans, wrestling fans as a whole. And me personally, it's cool. It really is cool. Now, maybe if you're a casual fan, maybe, just maybe, this, if you're not really tuned in to watching New Japan, then you're probably like, what's going on? But hey, either way, this should be good. Obviously, if you are a hardcore New Japan lover, you're a hardcore AEW lover, then you were probably jizzing all over the internet when this was announced. AEW needed to have a Ring of Honor show that comes on every Saturday and has AEW's rising stars on it. Well, yeah, with a Ring of Honor TV deal imminent, that might happen very, very soon. Not now, obviously, but we're going to hear something like that happening in the very, very future. We got, thank God, Tony Khan did not buy Impact Wrestling because Impact Wrestling are doing awesome right now. Yeah, they're doing some underrated stuff right now. Dax versus Cash will be a banger. Bret Hart shows up at the end. Yeah, we'll get to that. So they announced Dax versus Cash, which came out of nowhere because like they're two tag teams right now, two tag team partners that are really dedicated right now. So they're literally going at it. That's kind of crazy in my opinion. But yeah, TK closed the Forbidden Door with Impact because they were mid. Yeah, the whole Impact and AEW partnership, as we saw, it didn't do anyone favors. No one hardly really benefited from it. Impact right now, like I said, is doing some underrated stuff right now. But like, I don't know, man. Like Impact, that whole deal, no one was really doing anything good there. We get some disagreeing here. I think Impact Wrestling are on the same level as WWE and AEW right now. I know not that, I am not going to keep this a secret. Impact Wrestling is underrated. I do not like New Japan because it's not my cup of tea. Yeah, New Japan, not everybody loves New Japan. As much as the internet, loves New Japan Pro Wrestling, not every body watches New Japan. And that could be the same thing said for AEW. Not everybody's watching Dynamite, just like not everybody's watching WWE, if that makes sense. Everybody has their own cup of tea. And I think that's what's cool about, pro wrestling is that there's so many alternatives out there that you don't have to watch. Like, WWE and AEW are the two main wrestling companies in the world. I think we can all agree on that. And yet, we have other wrestling alternatives to where if you don't like AEW and you don't like WWE, you don't have to watch them. You can watch MLW or Stardom or whatever likes of your interest, your cup of tea. It doesn't matter. But I think that what makes today's pro wrestling really cool, because you didn't really have that back in the day. Speaking of which, man, we got, speaking of this whole announcement, Cole says he's going to face Tomohiro Ishii, Open Heart Cup qualifier. So that's going to be it on Rampage. So I know Rampage is going to be pretty cool. Jay White comes out. We haven't seen Jay White in a while, which is really cool. And he says he thanks Cole for the introduction, but says that now that New Japan has such a big joint because of me, because let's be real, I sold out MSG when them and Ring of Honor went at it. And he says that this boat isn't about New Japan or AEW. It's about the Undisputed Elite and the Bullet Club, because it's still my era. So, Jay White definitely not holding back with that. I do not get New Japan at all. People say their storytelling is good. It's not get it. WWE and AEW have both different styles, you can tell. And watch AEW give Scorpio Sky the AEW TNT Championship back next week. If he does, I will ask, why is the AEW TNT Championship changed so much? Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Ever since Cody left, that title's been just, I don't even questionable. I don't even want to say bad or mid or good. That title has been questionable. Speaking of questionable, we get, first off, I really don't understand why why Red Velvet is with Jade Cargill. Like, hell, Kara Hogan. Like, these both women basically got squashed by Jade Cargill. And I guess they were like, well, if you can't beat them, join them. So let's join up with Jade Cargill. We got the Butch versus Wardlow, the Butcher, sorry, my mispronunciation there, I'm botching tonight. Taking on Wardlow next. We got MJF in the skybox, tells Wardlow's a nobody, throws popcorn all over the fans, just being a classic heel, just being the typical heel that he is. Wardlow wins. I can't really give you guys a rating for this match. Wardlow just dominates the Butcher like expected. But as we saw later on in the night, we're going to be getting Wardlow versus Lance Archer next. So two big men going at it. That should be pretty good. We get another Owen Hart Cup qualifying match. We got Kyle O'Reilly taking on Jungle Boy. This was very technical between the both men as expected. Pretty good match, but surprisingly, shockingly, in my eyes, Kyle O'Reilly gets the win. I was low-key expecting Jungle Boy to be getting the win, but Kyle O'Reilly gets the win, and after the match, Jungle Boy goes to Christian and is like, hey, man, I couldn't do it. And Christian, just being the good, I guess you can say the quote-unquote good teacher that he is, he pulls Jungle Boy to the side and says, hey, it's all right, man. It's okay. So, Christian Cage, man, who knows? Like, he could turn, I don't want to say he's going to turn heel on Jungle Boy. I don't want to say that, but it could very well happen. It could very well. And honestly, if it does, hopefully it does some wonders for Christian Cage, because right now I feel like Christian Cage, he ain't really doing nothing right now. Like, he hasn't, like, his match with Adam Cole was like his first match on Dynamite in months. And it's like, how do you have someone like Christian Cage? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But yeah. I think the AEW want the TNT Championship to be the title. That changes a lot because other titles in the company, people have long reigns that kind of make sense. Yeah, AEW does that a lot. They have like a lot of, like, almost all their title reigns have lasted a good maybe 5-6 months or something. Rebellion is 3 days away. Yes, should be a good show. My prediction was Kyle O'Reilly, and I was right, and I thought that because they are setting up Red Dragon and Jurassic Express 2. Well, maybe this time Red Dragon might actually win the titles here. All right, Hook versus Anthony. Hook dominates this, but obviously the caveat this was Hook's first ever his first in-ring debut on AEW Dynamite. Obviously, Hook has been on Rampage for the most part, and of course he wrestled on the buy-in against QT Marshall, which was, I believe, his last match. So this is it, Hook. So this is it. I like this. Short, sweet, to the point. Hook gets the win, and yeah, I didn't have no problems with this. Danhausen comes out to the ring, and he comes from under the ring, and he confronts Hook, and now it seems that it doesn't even feels like it seems they're setting up Danhausen's first match here in AEW, and it's going to be against Hook. So Danhausen's gonna lose that one. I don't get the hype around Danhausen. Yeah, Danhausen, I don't think Danhausen was never meant to be taken seriously as this big signing, you know what I mean? Danhausen is a comedy character, I feel like, at best. Most of the stuff that he's just done now is mostly comedy. He does wrestle, so I'll be really curious to see how he wrestles, because I didn't really see him wrestle at all when he was in Ring of Honor, because I wasn't watching Ring of Honor at the time. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Okay, so after that we get. I really don't want to talk about this segment. As a matter of fact, I really don't even want to mention he or his. But the new TNT champion, Sammy Guevara, and Ty Conti. And they cut, first off, very cringe. This was a cringe promo. They telling everybody to be mad, stay mad. It's so freaking cringe, dude. Sammy and Ty Conti, man, they're probably about to be the most cringiest heels I have ever seen in this company. It's bad. It's bad when you have Dan Lambert, Scorpio Sky, and freaking Ethan Page. I almost forgot his name for some reason. It's bad when you have Men of the Year turn heel. There we go. When months ago we were all saying how Danhausen, he's getting go away Xbox, but now we're cheering for him. About a few months ago, we're booing Dan Lambert out of his own hometown. Now, about a few months later, we're giving Danhausen freaking babyface cheers. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Jeez Louise. So it looks like they're going with it because Scorpio Sky, he had a little conversation with Frankie Kazarian. So obviously at this point, there's no debating Scorpio Sky is once again a babyface. And at this point, Ethan Page, let's make him a babyface. Let's make whole Men of the Year babyfaces, because at this point, Sammy and even Ty too, as beautiful as she is, Ty too. Yes, I do mean Dan Lambert. I said Danhausen, botching all over the place. Yeah, Sammy Guevara is so cringe right now. The only reason why he wasn't cringe because the Inner Circle helped him out. Yeah, and it doesn't change the narrative part that Sammy Guevara absolutely has no character. He's bland. Sammy Guevara can move in the ring. He can flip and dive all around the ring, but he can't cut a promo to save his life. His character's bland. He has no character. I don't even know why I'm saying his character's bland. He has no character. And just outside of the fact that he can wrestle a perfectly well match, there is nothing, absolutely nothing that Sammy Guevara can do to bring to the table. At this point, I'm at the point now where I would most likely rather put Ricky Starks on the AEW pillar rather than Sammy Guevara. As a matter of fact, hell, I'll put Willa Yuta on the AEW pillars. Okay. And a lot of you probably thinking he's just playing, he's just sugarcoating it. No, there's no sugarcoating it. There really isn't. Like, Ty was doing just fine when she was with Anna Jay. But no, let's make her this bad girl. This I guess what, this Stephanie McMahon and Triple H thing all over again. I don't know. Sammy has to survive on his own now. He does not have the inner circle to baby him, and Ty Khan is bad on the mic, so she is on her own. Yeah, Sammy Guevara should have been taken off of the AEW pillar and be replaced by Britt Baker. I'm gonna get to Britt Baker in a minute, man, because I got some stuff I got to say about Britt. It's gonna ruffle some few feathers, but we get this little segment here, and basically this leads to that Sammy, as long as he and Ty get their, I guess they're talking about the mixed tag team match with the Page girl, then you got your ladder match next week. So, or was it next week? I don't know, but they're getting the ladder match. Sammy and Scorpio ladder match. Danielle Camilla versus Britt Baker, Owen Hart Cup Women's Tournament Qualifier. Britt Baker is starting to be slightly overrated to me. I wasn't feeling her promo. I really wasn't. Britt just does, like, when she said that she's like the baddest, I'm not gonna say it, but the baddest B word on the planet, it really just did not sound convincing at this point. And, honestly, I couldn't even tell if this was a babyface promo or a heel promo with Britt Baker. And this match, I didn't really care about. And maybe it was because that Britt, like, everybody knew Britt was winning, especially because they're in Brittsburg, which the Pittsburgh Steelers team is bad in and of itself. So, maybe because Britt's slightly overrated because she's from Pittsburgh. I don't know, but I didn't care for this match. I really didn't. I don't think this is gonna be the last time we see Camilla. Well, probably on Dynamite. She'll just be on Dark and Elevation now. But yeah, this was Britt's first. Oh, by the way, this was Britt's first match since her match with Thunder Rose. So I didn't really care for this. I really didn't. All right, we get the main event: Darby Allin versus Andrade El Idolo. This was the coffin match. This was pretty good. This was a pretty good match right here. You can't make no mistake about it. Darby and Andrade certainly really put on a good match. You saw Sting come in trying to help out his boy, trying to help out his family member and Darby. Obviously Sting being that cool uncle. Helping out his nephew. But anyways, Darby gets the win. So obviously this is probably going to end the Darby on Andrade feud, because they've been feuding for quite a while now. So I'm really curious to see on who's Darby's going to feud with next. Andrade as well, But that was AEW tonight. So yeah, this is a pretty good show from AEW. Like I expected, heading in, I was like, yeah, this should be a good show. Yeah, Willa Yuta is a star now. Well, I mean, yeah. I guess you could say that. I guess you can say that. And hopefully, now that he's with Blackpool Combat Club, he just gets better and better. But if Josh Alexander doesn't win the Impact World title at Rebellion, I will go to Scott D'Amore's house and see for Spike him. Just joking, but I will still be mad Josh loses. Josh ain't going to lose, man. Josh, Impact Wrestling would be kind of stupid if they were to have that. So I doubt that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. He's not going to do that. So yeah. But yeah, this was a pretty good show. So I'm really curious now that we know that New Japan and AEW are doing a show now. Who's gonna be on it? Honestly, if AEW and New Japan want this show to deliver, they're gonna have to get out the big guns for this one. And what I mean by that is they have to get Okada, Tanahashi, Suzuki, Ishii, Bullet Club, hell, Will Ospreay. I'm trying to think. Yeah, like the main guns, and like an all-star. You know what I mean? Like an NBA all-star game. You know what I mean? Like that's what they got to do. Because if they don't, then I don't. Let's not go. Hopefully, it isn't a disappointment. But if you don't get out the big guns for this one, then this ain't gonna be a disappointment. This ain't gonna, this is gonna kind of be a letdown. Um, and obviously, you don't want that because you already have fans holding them at a high expectation for this show. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of fans are going to be coming into the show with very high expectations. A lot of fans are probably going to be like, oh, yeah, this is going to be show of the year, pay-per-view of the year, pay-per-view of the decade. So, if you want that, you got to go, no pun intended. You got to push your cards to the table. You got to push them chips to the table. You got to go all in, and you got to go all out. I'm also seeing a lot of people mentioning Kenny Omega, saying that Kenny Omega needs to wrestle on the show. It's like, guys, Kenny right now, as cool it could be seeing Kenny Omega wrestle on the show, because you got to understand Kenny Omega was a big thing back in New Japan. Hell, I'll even say his New Japan career is just as big, if not bigger, than AEW. But I don't know, man. Kenny needs to come back 100%. And I don't want, when I see Kenny Omega wrestle, I want Kenny to wrestle at 100%. I don't want Kenny to come wrestle a New Japan show and not be 100%, if that makes any sense. You are my favorite YouTuber. You are a motivation to me. See, Nation Dog, I appreciate that, man. I'm trying to be my best, man. I just try to do my best. I try to be the best content creator I can possibly be. And that's what I at least strive for. So that comment really appreciates to me. But Jay White is the only person showing up in Impact Wrestling in New Japan. Oh yeah. Well, Tomohiro Ishii too, because he's wrestling. He's wrestling this Saturday at Rebellion. So, yep. Anyways, guys. With that being said, that was my official AEW review. AEW and New Japan. The wrestling companies are gonna collide on June 26th. The only sad thing is I might not be there to watch or review the show live. I think during that time I might be on vacation at the time. I don't know, but I'll probably review the show when I get back home. But anyways, regardless, yeah. All right, guys, so I'm going to bounce here. Now, I do got a video planned tomorrow. It's probably most likely going to be about Alexa Bliss. I also got a video, might be coming out this Sunday. It's going to be about probably maybe John Cena, Randy Orton. I don't know. But, I like to do these type of discussion videos, so, Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this AEW Dynamite review. Again, remember to like the video. If you stumble on this video in the future, like this video, comment, subscribe, whatever these favorite YouTubers be doing, I don't know. And I'll be back with Friday Night SmackDown. Well, like I said, I got a video coming out tomorrow, but Friday Night SmackDown, I might not do a review for that one. I don't know. But anyways, y'all, this has been the Kid DC Wrestling. And so, yeah, DC Wrestling. Last time I said TC Wrestling. I don't know why, but this time, this has been the Kid DC Wrestling. And so, yeah.